Hello, Virtual Reinhardt here. I want to walk you through the important parts about the 3.1 in Runestone and make sure you know what to focus on, what to spend your time on. So here we go. Remember, our job is going to be the ability to take a number and convert it into a true or a false statement. And probably the easiest one to take a number is the equal sign. But I guess starting at that point, the equal sign in Java is different. You can see it's a double equal sign to check for equality. So that's the first thing to know when you're learning these new language constructs, is that the equal sign is double. Not equals is the exclamation mark with the equal sign. This is because, of course, the single equal sign is used to assign a value to a variable. So the other signs, relational operators that you need to know, and just don't get less than and greater than mixed up. They have some tips right here about making sure that works. Is this is less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So that will allow you to take a value, a number value, and convert it into a true or a false statement, which will allow us to control the flow of our programs with conditionals and loops, all kinds of cool stuff. So there are some activities for you to do relating to those. Just run these things, and it will tell you, try to guess what they are beforehand, if they're going to be true or a false. Check them, make sure that they work. This will help you not get less than or greater than confused, and make sure you understand how this translates from Java over here to English over here, okay? So that's the basics. The next thing that is actually fairly important in terms of the test moving, my test, AP test, is using mod to convert something into a true or a false statement. And there's some cool things here that's going to happen. For instance, this is the English for testing a number that is even by seeing if the remainder is 0 when dividing by 2. Okay, so in English, that's what it looks like. Here's what it looks like in Java. Okay, and if you think about it, you take any number, and if you divide it by 2 and get a remainder of 0, so that is give me the remainder of the division problem. If that is 0, that means it's even. Okay, if it's not 0, okay, it's odd. All right. And then this is something else too. You can check to see if something is a multiple of a particular value, and mod 10 is a very common thing that we do. So in fact, there are some examples here to look at those. Again, guess before you run it. Guess to see what it's going to be before you run it. There's even an odd right there. We'll do a program like that. And then this is what I was talking about. When you mod 10, what you are saying is that is actually, if you think about this, if you run this, when you mod a number by 10, you are looking at the last digit of that number, of that integer. So that's pretty cool. We will talk about this. You can use, mod 60 to convert minutes to hours, etc. This you can skip. The thing about prime numbers, we might get back to that later. But it would be extremely helpful to you, especially if you're still confused about string methods, to take a look at these CSA games. You can do all three of these different categories. Just tap them. It's a good little exercise to do. Do it. It will help. The last thing they actually start with at the top that I just want to mention is you can also use these comparison operators to check true or false with objects. And here's what you need to know, all right? This means if I have this is two different objects, okay? So that will affect whether it's true or false with a comparison operator like double equals, okay? If I do this, declares friend and give it the same reference from this Mia or Maya. Friend and Mia point to the same, in this case, turtle object. So those friend and Mia are equal because they point to the same object. Okay, they talk about those reference names up top in this video. Okay, take a look at this. In this case, for instance, Fido and Oreo are two different dog objects. Okay, however, friend points to the same object as Oreo because no new dog object was created. So they'll talk about that. That's something we'll get into more later. But in the end, make sure you know the symbols for equality, for not equals, less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. Take a look at the assignment on Schoology and check in with office hours if you have any questions. Talk to you soon.